YouTube and welcome back to my channel. I'm sure that you guys can all notice that my hair is purple and yeah, so I wanted to make this video to show you guys how I did it. Got a lot of compliments on Instagram and social media, and a lot of people wanted to know the details. This is a video in which I will be telling you guys my secrets about my hair and how I got it to be this color. Everybody asks if my hair is naturally so straight and how I do all of these amazing things with my hair. And basically the big secret, which isn't really a secret because I made a video about it a few months ago, is that I wear wigs. This is a wig. This is a really beautiful wig that I received from Evawigs.com specifically for the purpose of dyeing it. Why do I prefer wigs? They're cheaper. If you go to a really nice hair salon and you wanted to get something like this done with a cut and style, because I cut and style this myself, it would cost you more than $100, maybe even $200. It's very, very expensive to get your hair professionally done. But if you buy a wig, it's gonna cost about the same and last you even longer. Also, I just like the flexibility of it. I just take it off at night, go to sleep, and throw it on in the morning, brush it. There's really no maintenance when it comes to having wigs. I wash them once a week, once every 2 weeks. You're free to do anything. It's a wig, so if you destroy it, I mean, at least it's not your real hair. There's always going back. You can always take it off. Did you guys really think I was gonna bleach and dye my hair purple? Those are the reasons why I love wigs, and now I'm gonna show you how I turned this one from this to this. Okay, enjoy.
Okay, you guys, so here we start off with the blonde wig, and I purposely got it this color because it would be easier to dye. That's the easiest way you can go, is to just buy a blonde wig, human hair wig, and dye it. That way you don't have to worry about bleaching and processing or any of the extra hard part that comes with dyeing hair. This wig was originally 16 inches all around, a long bob. Like I said, I got it from Evawigs.com. It's amazing quality. In terms of materials, you're going to need one of these hair dyeing bowls and also hair dye. I picked the crazy color. As I said before, I got this here in Milan. The first thing you're going to do is squirt some of the hair dye into the bowl. I squirted a lot. And then you're going to add some conditioner. Supposedly, from what I've seen in other tutorials, this is supposed to be what gives you that lilac-y color, but I don't think that's very true. I feel like if you buy a lavender hair dye and you don't even use the conditioner and you put it in the hair, it'll still turn out light. But just to be safe, I followed the tutorials that I saw. To avoid staining your hands, I would obviously suggest some latex gloves. Now I'm gonna mix together the conditioner and the dye, and as you see, I'm getting not even that light, but some kind of lavendery bluish purple. I ended up adding more and more conditioner to get it lighter and lighter, like I saw in the YouTube videos, but after a while I saw it wasn't really making it lighter. So then I separated the hair, and what I did was I just started applying the dye to the dry hair, and for sure this would end up being the most time-consuming process ever. But basically I started from the bottom, and really all you want to do is just make sure you get all the hair, saturate everything, because if you don't, there's going to be a lot of pieces of white in your hair, and so just try to get purple everywhere as much as you can and use as much dye as possible. And if you can, try to set it as evenly as possible, because I guess that's another reason why they say lavender is just such a hard color to get even. I started from the bottom and worked my way to the top. I'd say that this took me about an hour. Mind you, you're only supposed to really leave hair dye in for 15 to 30 minutes. So that could be another reason why it came out uneven. But I read online that after the 15 or 30 minutes, the hair dye stops disseminating color into your hair. So it's not that it's actually damaging your hair, but it's also not dyeing it more either. After 15 to 30 minutes, the hair dye has done its job. So don't be worried if you left it in for much longer. So yeah, you just keep going that way, and eventually the whole thing should be saturated, wet, and dark purple. It will obviously wash out to be lighter than this. Unfortunately, it will end up washing out to be much lighter than this. Yeah, this was the first time I dyed it. I actually ended up dyeing this hair twice, and you're gonna see it in the video because the first time, I don't know why, the color just didn't take the way I wanted it to. It was very uneven. It was much lighter on the top than it was on the bottom, and I was not feeling it. But anyways, you're about to see that. As I am finished with this first hair dye, what I'm going to do now is let it sit for 30 minutes, and then I'm going to wash all the hair dye out. Man, even washing out this hair dye took more time than I thought. This whole process took more time than I thought. All these YouTube videos make it seem like you can just dye your hair in an hour. No, this thing took forever. I spent like 30 minutes in the bathroom washing out the hair dye. So just so you guys know, this is definitely a process that could take up your whole afternoon, and I suggest you take your time with it. So yeah, this was the outcome the first time that I washed it, and as you guys can see, it's not cute. It's like a bubblegum pink, and I wasn't about it. I wasn't about it. I wanted pastel lavender, not bubblegum pink. It looked so ugly to me, and I was so scared. But then I still had a little bit more hair dye left over, so what did I do? I just dyed it again. I put more hair dye back onto the parts that were super duper light. I let it sit for another 30 minutes, and then I washed that off. So after washing and blow drying it the second time, it turned out to look, thank God, like this. This is the final product, and I love it so much more. Phew, I forgot to add that I blow dried my hair before dyeing it the second time because I think it's pretty important that your hair is dry when you dye it. But anyways, and also the second time I did not use any conditioner, I just used the straight hair dye. And so yeah, this was the finished product.
Yeah, and so that was basically how I dyed my hair, this pastel lavendery purple. To be honest, it's not completely like even. If you can't see it on camera or even in pictures, but if you really look, you'll see that there are some parts that are lighter and some parts that are darker, and so it's not 100% even. What happened was I ordered some hair dye from the UK to dye the hair, and once the hair came, I just fell in love with the wig so much and I wanted to dye it right now, and I went out and bought the hair dye here. And this was one of the few places I found that sold the lilac color that I wanted. No, not lilac, this is lavender. And I bought it and I did it, and it came out not exactly what I expected. I wanted it to be like this color. I wanted it to be light and very pastel-y, not so much this color. And then on top of that, you have the fact that it's not even the same color all around. I've heard that pastel colors, are, especially lavender, are notoriously hard to get even, and so yeah, I'm one of those people that didn't get it 100% even. But when the lavender comes in the mail from the UK, I might try to bleach this again and try to re-dye it with that lavender, or even just put that lavender over this and see what happens. But like I said, we will see. I repeat, I hope that you guys liked this video and I hope that you learned something from it. I will be sure to leave all the links to this wig and Evawigs in the description below so you guys can try this out for yourself. And as always, leave me a like and a comment, and I will see you guys in my next one. Mwah.